Hey there, Gemini, and welcome to your October 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time or your return viewer subscriber. Thank you, and I hope this message resonates. If you find that it isn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and it's not going to resonate for everyone. And if not, you also may want to check out your moon sign or your rising, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys? So if you have watched my videos and you enjoyed them but you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Make sure you like the videos. That's very helpful to the channel. And also make sure you set up for notifications, because I'm going to be coming out with some information on my giveaway for 5K, and also on some changes and some new things that I'm going to be doing with the channel. So you want to be in the loop, okay? Don't miss out on that stuff. It's, I do giveaways, and those videos aren't really seen because they're not readings, so they don't get the views and they don't get the algorithm, doesn't pick them up, whatever the case is. But anyways, this is a love reading, so it is for everyone, singles. Even if there's no one coming in or you don't have love, you can always get advice from the reading. Or sometimes it highlights things that we need to work on in order to, open ourselves up for that love, right? Now, I've already shuffled. The cards are already laid out because I started this video before, but then I had to stop it. So I'm ready to get started. The first card represents your current energy, okay? And that is the Ten of Wands. So currently you guys are feeling kind of burdened, okay? Something is weighing you down. Whether you are single and there's just a lot of things going on in your life that's causing you to feel overwhelmed, or whether you're in a relationship and you feel like you're carrying the weight of this relationship, okay? The Ten of Wands talks about, when things get to that point where it's all, like all work and no play. So for some of you, whether you're dating in a relationship, it may be like all about the responsibilities, but there's really no fun or anything happening, all right? Let me go ahead and clarify that. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse, okay? So the Knight of Cups in reverse can indicate someone who has unrealistic expectations, someone who is a romancer or a seducer, but not necessarily has the best intentions. Gemini, that could be your energy, or that could be the energy of somebody that you're dealing with. And so if you're dealing with someone who is, quote, I guess faking it or pretending to care about you and love you when they actually don't, then you may wind up in a situation where you are, carrying the relationship. Now, if this is your energy, then it may be the fact that despite the fact that you're carrying this relationship, you still have some type of expectation that either things will be different or things will get better. And that just may not be the case, okay? Moving on to your crossing and what your challenge is, okay, is the Empress. So it could be a situation for some where this is your, marriage partner. If not, it could be someone that you have children with. If that's not the case, then it could be something where you really love this person. You really adore this person. They represent everything to you. And so that's maybe why you go in above and do so much for them, because you do really love and care about them. But the whole question is, are they reciprocating? All right. Now, that may be what's challenging you, or your challenge may be to get to this place where you're feeling like you're not being taken for granted, okay? Your challenge is that you want to feel like the Empress. Whether you're male or female, you want to be loved, you want to be nurtured, you want to be, with someone who thinks the world of you, okay? And why not? All right, go ahead and clarify that Empress energy. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So you want security, you want stability in a situation. You don't want uncertainty, and you don't want to feel like you're carrying the weight of this by yourself. The Ten of Pentacles, both people in this situation understand what it takes to not only keep a situation, to be in a secure and stable relationship, I should say, but they understand commitment. All right, where with this Knight of Cups energy, there is an air of commitment issues, okay? Moving on to the past energy, we've got the moon. All right. So if this is not a situation where you're dealing with Pisces, even a Capricorn, not a Capricorn, excuse me, strike that from the record, a Pisces or a Cancer, then it may be a time where things were very confusing in the past. Okay. Emotionally confusing. They may have just been unclear. All right. Things may have been really murky. And, I feel like that's kind of carried into your current situation with this Knight of Cups energy. But also with the moon, there may be some, things that were secrets or anything of that matter. So let's go ahead and clarify that a little bit. And we get the Chariot in reverse. So some of you definitely may be dealing with a Cancer. But also with the Chariot in reverse, we have this energy of someone whose intentions may not necessarily be what you think, okay? Now, whether that means that their intentions are to pretend they love you to get what they want from you, whether their intention is to be in a relationship but they don't necessarily know what that entails, so they never intended to do the work. All right, so not to say that this person doesn't love you or doesn't adore you or doesn't really want to be with you, but they just never intended that they were going to work. They thought you were going to do all the work. Or maybe, some people think that. They feel like the person is supposed to please them and that they're supposed to get what they need out of the relationship without necessarily doing anything other than having an emotional connection with you. And we do realize relationships take work, right? Moving on to your future energy, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. So if you notice in a lot of decks with this page, there is one pentacle on this card. So this can indicate that a focus on a particular issue, a particular person, but it's almost like tunnel vision for some. So, it could be a situation where you're stuck and you're focused on this person. Also, though, with the Page of Pentacles, it can represent a person who is very soft-spoken, someone who's very shy, kind of kind. They're a stable partner. They're devoted. They're just very slow. They don't make a lot of moves. They don't really progress relationships. The Page and the Knight are very similar. So they may not, even though they may be a reliable partner, they don't necessarily move things to the commitment stage at a reasonable pace for a lot of people, or they move so slowly it just never gets there because boredom sets in before anything really happens. Okay, so that could be also the situation with the Page of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and clarify that. And we've got the Sun card. So I feel like, for some of you, this could be that one particular thing. The Sun does tend to shed light on situations. Now, the Sun also represents like good times, good energy. It's like your person has a more optimistic attitude. Things are more caring. Marriage and long-term commitments kind of look good. So this could be a situation where, the person may move a little bit slow, but they may, definitely want to be in a relationship with you and want to take it to marriage and commitment, okay? Or maybe one of you moves a little bit slower than the other person, all right? Moving on to what you want. And you got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So you want to feel more connected if you're in a relationship, right? If you're single, you want to not feel like you're left out. Okay, you want to feel like you're tired of being on the outside looking in, like especially if you're in a situation where a lot of people around you are in relationships or getting married or having kids or just progressing their relationships to the next level, and you're single. Then you kind of want to not be single anymore. You want to not feel like you're missing out. If you're in a relationship, you want to feel more connected to the person that you're in a relationship with. Okay, clarify that. And we've got the Hierophant in reverse. And you may also want something that's not conventional. And I feel like this has come up in the Gemini reading before. So, when I see the Hierophant in reverse, I see somebody who doesn't like to conform, okay? Someone who likes to do things their own way. So I think it's a situation where you're kind of like, just because I haven't put a ring on your finger, just because there is no commitment doesn't mean that I don't want a deep connection, All right. And I'm moving now onto what's driving you, and it's a deep connection, the Two of Cups. All right. This is the internal factor. So this is whether you are conscious or not conscious of it. You want love. You want a connection with someone. You want someone you can trust. You want someone who understands you. You want someone who you're on the same page with. So I feel like Gemini, you're more concerned with the connection than the commitment. All right. You're like, listen, commitment can always happen. It's not like it's off the table, but we got to get us together first. Just because we've been together for a long time doesn't mean that we should get married or we should get engaged or that we should have kids or more children, whatever the case may be. You're like, listen, let's work on getting us together. Okay, let's work on our connection, and then we can build from there. It's like maybe you see or you sense that the relationship you have doesn't necessarily have the most firm or stable foundation, so therefore you're not even thinking about commitment. You're trying to work towards that, but you're like, yeah, but we're not there yet. Okay, clarify that, and we get the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely you feel like there's a lack of balance. Once again, somebody's not pulling their weight in the situation, and I think you understand that, whether it's, like I said, on a conscious or a subconscious level, that, you know, things are not going to work going forward until there's more balance in the situation. All right, moving on to the advice for the reading, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like that is another indicator to work on any commitment issues that you may have. Okay, work on, or, you know, try to identify the things that you may do, whether it's, you know, habits, or whether it's picking partners that don't have the best intentions, because that can all be connected to a fear of commitment. Okay, but also with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. With the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it is about working on being more responsible, okay, being more dependable, being someone that, you know, someone can rely on, having a more devoted connection. And so if you feel like that's lacking, then definitely you want to work on those areas. Okay, whether it's in your love life in general, or whether it's in the particular relationship that you're in. Moving on to the external factor, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So you may be dealing with someone, okay, who is clinging to the connection, clinging to the relationship, despite the fact that, you know, the stability is lacking. Or you may be dealing with someone who, they're more of a secure type of an individual. Maybe they feel like you need to work on your reliability or your security, you being more secure in the connection. But this person may also be, what is the word I'm looking for? It's out of fear. Okay, there could be also power struggles between you and this person. All right, especially if they are, you know, somebody in the situation may be controlling, you know, or like I said, just the fact that, you know, someone's doing all the work, someone's doing all the heavy lifting in this situation. If you're doing all the heavy lifting, then this other person may be clinging to you, because who else are they going to get to do all the to do all the hard work? Like, why? I wouldn't let you go either. You want to take all the responsibilities on in this relationship, whether it's just us or whether we have kids or whatever the case is. I know I can rely on you. I know I can get anything I need and I want from you. Why would I let you go? All right, moving on and clarifying that, we've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. So definitely, maybe this person has commitment issues. All right, you both could have commitment issues, or maybe the fear, okay, because that's really what the Four of Pentacles is about. It's about fear, okay? So because you have a fear of losing this person, or because this person has a fear of losing you, they're clinging, or they're controlling, or their insecurity starts to show. And all of those things are based off of fear, and that fear is going to put a wedge or put you know, a delay or a stalling on commitment. Because if you sense that from that person, then, you know, I feel like these are some of the stumbling blocks that are preventing you guys to move on to the next level. Okay. Now this could be this person's energy if you are in a relationship, or this could be how people see you. This could be people from the outside looking in. So people in your external environment, if you are single, this is how they see you. Oh my gosh, something is like really making me sneeze. Okay, it didn't come out. Oh, wait, it's coming. All right, now it's coming. I'm sorry, guys. It's like my nose is itchy and I feel like I'm going to sneeze, but it didn't happen. All right, moving on to your hopes and your fears. And we've got this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely a lot of pentacles in this reading, but a lot of reverse pentacles, which speaks of insecurity. Okay, so you're afraid either that this level of insecurity, whether it's within you or, you know, whether you attract people who are insecure or whether your partner is insecure, but you kind of fear that that's going to continue, that you're going to, you know, your relationships are going to continue to develop from that that emotion, or that, you know, have that foundation, which is a very unstable foundation. But also with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's the fear of failure. It's the fear of going for something, right? Trying to start that, you know, whether it's the commitment, whether it's actually making it quote unquote official. I think you have a fear of, okay, saying, yes, let's get engaged or let's get married, and then things not working out. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Magician in reverse. So you definitely have a fear of not being able to manifest the kind of relationship, the kind of stability in a relationship that you want. All right, Gemini. Moving on to the outcome. This Nine of Swords. Okay, I feel like in your readings, this Nine of Swords just keeps popping up. He just passes through, whether it's every month, every other month. So definitely there's been a pattern of you guys overthinking things and worrying about it. Now, with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, it shows that, yeah, you know, things are not as bad as you seem, but there's still an air of you guys, you know, worrying and overthinking. All right? Whether that's your energy or whether that's the energy of the person that you're dealing with. But I kind of think it's your energy, Gemini, just because it's been coming up in most of your readings. Let me go ahead and clarify. Oh, Lord. The Nine of Swords in upright. Sleepless nights, overthinking things, stressing, anxiety, nervousness. I mean, and these are also, you know, symptoms, I guess, of commitment issues, a fear of commitment. And now let me clarify. You know, I know people who have been in relationships for years. Okay, I know people who they feel like they don't want to conform. They feel like, you know, marriage is a societal construct, and, you know, they want to go against the grain, and they have long-term relationships that are successful without a ring or without that, you know, the title of saying, okay, this is my wife or this is my fiance or whatever. But I also know people who fear, the people who feel like the minute that you say, let's get engaged or let's get married, they think that the minute that happens, things are going to change and nothing's ever going to be the same. And it's like, listen, you've been with this person for 10 years. You've been with this person for 15 years. What do you really think is going to change just because you decide to propose to them or just because you put a ring on their finger, you know? So I think that's a message for some. I don't think that's for all. You know, if you're already in a relationship, you may be dealing with someone who just has commitment issues in the fact that they don't understand what it takes to keep things going. You know, you may have gotten to the point where you have the ring on your finger, you guys are married, but yet they don't understand what it takes to pull their weight. All right? Whether that's your energy or their energy, I feel like for some of you, that's what's going on. It's like you're already in a marriage, you're already in a relationship, and somebody is doing all the work in the situation, okay? All the heavy lifting, as I would like to say. They're the one who goes through all the changes, you know, psychologically, emotionally. The other person is just there. Oh, I need this. We need that. This needs to happen. We need to be doing this. And, you know, you're tired. with this 10 of Wands. You guys are tired, Gemini, okay? Or they're tired, depending on whose energy this is coming from. All right, so guys, that's been your love reading for the month of October. Definitely need to focus on, commitment issues. What's keeping you from moving things to the next level, if that's an issue for you. What's keeping you from progressing a relationship to a committed, labeled status, if that is your issue. All right, or what's just keeping you from, trusting this person that you are dealing with. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading, like I said, resonated. Guys, if you would like a more personalized reading, I do personal readings, you can contact me in my email. You can leave a message, and all my information is in the description bar below the video. I'll see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Gemini. Hey there, Angel, and welcome to